Hey everyone, welcome back to Heartlight Healing. I'm Bridget McCormick. I'm so grateful you're here. And today we're going to be talking about self-awareness and why it's so important for your healing journey and how you can become self-aware so that you can use this tool anytime you need to make aligned decisions. So, self-awareness, exactly what the word says. It's an awareness, a focus, and attention on yourself. And so I don't mean in the narcissistic way. I mean that you are aware of your body, you're aware of your thoughts, you're aware of your inner knowing, and you're connected to all three of those areas of you so that you, when faced with a question, whether it's yours or from someone else, when faced with a decision, when faced with anything, can rely on your own inner wisdom to get the answer. And that doesn't mean that there'll be times where you look outside of yourself for information. Notice how I said information and not an answer. You'll look to friends, you'll look to trusted advisors, you'll look to maybe some information on the internet, you'll look to a mentor or some educational program for information, and then you'll take that information back to yourself and become aware of how that information fits with who you are in this world and what your goals, what your purpose, what your passion is in this life, so that you can make a decision or you can answer a question for yourself or whatever it is that you're faced with. But you'll do that in alignment with who you are. And I say that and I emphasize that because we are all unique beings. You and I are beautiful and wonderful, unique individuals. And that means that what works for me may not work for you. And, and the same thing when you're answering a question. What may be true for you is not necessarily true for me. But I won't know that unless I'm able to truly ask myself what that answer is, or ask myself if this particular program, diet, exercise, movement, next step is mine to do. So when we're talking about healing or talking about taking a step forward, if we're in transition and we're looking for our next step, it's super important to be able to drop within and ask yourself, what's next? What do I do? What am I feeling? What is my body, mind, and soul trying to tell me about what is in front of me in this moment? And so what we're going to do today is a meditation that will guide you to a place of self-awareness and will allow you to notice how you experience your body, how you experience the sensations that you take in throughout the day, and just begin to notice for today. Just begin to be with yourself, because that's step one. And then once you understand and are able to be embodied or with your body, then, and the more you practice this, then you'll be able to notice when those signals, when those signs, when those sensations are showing up, and you can ask, what does this mean? Or you can journal and understand why it's showing up in certain situations. So if you're ready, what I'd recommend is to have some paper nearby, have a journal nearby, or even your phone where you can make voice notes. Because things may come up during this meditation that you want to remember. It also helps you to embody that self-aware feeling so that you can call on it a little quicker, because each time you practice, each time you visualize, each time you really sense or feel into that embodied self-aware state, the easier it is to bring it on and the quicker you get to your decision. And so grab a journal make sure you have a comfy place to do this meditation. It can be seated, it can be laying down. And if you need to, pause this video and come back. And we're gonna get started. So, what I'd like you to do is find that comfortable position, whether again, it's sitting in a chair, resting back, or laying down. And I'd encourage you, if you're laying down, to bend your knees and place your feet flat. This is going to allow us to make a good, firm, grounded connection that will help us feel connected to the unconditional resource of the earth, and also help us bring the sensation into our body through our feet. So if you're ready, I'll invite you to gently close your eyes, lower your gaze, or leave them open if that's what you prefer. And as you do so, just simply rest back and notice how your body is supported by the surface that you're lying on or sitting on. And begin to bring your attention to your awareness and your breath. And as you take a breath in, notice what it feels like to be you before we begin this meditation. Just getting a baseline. Good. And returning to the breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, bringing your intention and attention to yourself, letting all of what you were doing before this meditation just fall away. And remind yourself that this is a time for you, for connection, for self-awareness. So as you continue to breathe, invite your curiosity on board and get a sense of what it feels like in your head and neck right now in this moment. And then allow that awareness to flow down into your shoulders, your arms, your hands and fingers, and expand into your upper back, your chest, your ribs, and flow down into your mid-back and belly, and further down into your lower back and lower belly, noticing your hips as they rest on the surface that you're on, without trying to change how they are. And then allowing your awareness to travel into your legs, your knees, lower legs, ankles, and feet. Resting it in the soles of your feet. And as best as you can, allow this awareness to travel down into the earth as we make this grounded connection with your body. Spreading this awareness down into the earth through roots, rivers of water, rays of light, or any other meditation method of awareness that you prefer. Allowing it to travel as far and as wide as you're comfortable with, knowing that these roots, rivers, or rays of light are a two-way stream. And once you've reached your destination, allow this unconditional, limitless energy to move back up and into the soles of your feet, asking them, what would nourish you most? And notice how the sensation arrives in your feet. Is it a color, a temperature, a physical feeling, an image, or maybe something else is showing up, and that's totally okay. Just notice what it feels like to be here, and allow that nourishment to soak into your bones and tissues of your feet. Allow this awareness to travel up into your lower legs. Simply noticing that some areas feel differently and feel differently, and that's totally okay. Trust that your body knows what you need and knows how to communicate with you. And then allow this awareness to move into your knees and your thighs. Once again, asking what will nourish you most. And notice how this sensation arrives here. Is it a color, a hum, a vibration? Is it different than your feet? And then allow the sensation to move into your hips and your pelvis, your lower belly, asking what would feel safe and nourishing here. And inviting the flow to travel in as best as you can. And as you're ready, allow your awareness to travel to your tailbone, the bone at the base of your spine. And invite in whatever would nourish your spine the most, the best. And allow it to flow into your tailbone and travel all the way up your lower spine, your mid-spine, your upper spine. Simply getting a sense of what it feels like to be here in your spine, this sturdy, stable area of your body. Without trying to change it. And now allowing the sensation to travel into your belly and all of the muscles and tissues of your torso, all of your organs here. Simply noticing how the sensation arrives. And allowing this flow to travel up into your ribs, into your upper back, into your heart and lungs as they're nestled under your ribs. And ask this area, what would nourish you most? Allowing it to flow in and soak into every part of your body. So you can get a sense of what it feels like to be here in this space. And then once again, allow this awareness to flow into your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, forearms, and hands. Noticing again what it feels like to be here. Simply observing with curiosity and love. And then allow the sensation to travel up into your throat, into your neck, asking these areas, what would nourish you most? And then again, allowing this lovely sensation, this unconditional, limitless resource to travel up into the back of your head, up into your chin, into your mouth, your cheeks, your ears, your nose, your eyes, your forehead, your entire cranium, including your brain. Simply noticing what it feels like to be here in this area of your body. And then as best as you can, allow yourself to notice this energy flow moving from the earth in through the soles of your feet, traveling through your body, from your legs, all the way up through your torso, turning the light on and allowing you to experience what it feels like to be with your whole self. Traveling all the way up through your neck, your throat, and your head. And to the best of your ability, allow this sensation, this nourishing energy to flow up and out the top of your crown, out the top of your head, and shower down around you, bathing your skin and the energy field around it. Good. Take a moment now and get a sense of what it feels like to be you. Having allowed in this nourishing, nurturing energy and experienced what it feels like to be fully in your body. Just notice what it feels like to be you. And as you are ready, we'll begin to allow our internal environment to merge with your external environment. And allow your eyes to open whenever you're ready. And feel free to make any movements that your body wants to do in this moment to bring you back into your external environment. So I hope you got a wonderful sense of what it feels like to really be in and with your body and get a sense of your body. If you want, you can pause this video right now and go ahead and journal anything that came up, whether it was sensations, feelings, thoughts, images, messages. Go ahead and journal. Again, that will help emphasize, it will help you embody this practice. It will help you get a sense of what those feelings, thoughts, images, messages mean. It will just enhance that self-awareness. And doing this practice really allows you to connect to yourself in a safe and grounded way. Because when we're going through a healing process, sometimes it's unnerving, it's scary, there's some unknowns. So connecting to the earth below and connecting to the sky above or to your higher power allows you to feel completely supported in a safe, unconditional, loving way throughout your entire body and your energy field. And that helps bring clarity to your mind and allows you to hold your healing process in a safe and loving way so that you can see what your next step is. So the first step is self-awareness and getting to know what it feels like to be in your body. Feel free to practice this anytime. Come back to this as often as you like, as you need. I'd recommend that you do it if you want to become more self-aware, that you make it, at least a weekly practice, if not a couple of days a week. It doesn't take that long, and you'll get so much out of it because the more you practice, the more you will get in touch with your body and the more you'll understand what the feelings are that you have within without having to sit and practice. So I hope you enjoyed this embodiment practice and this self-awareness practice. If you did, please like and subscribe. Feel free to send me comments below about what you thought about the practice, anything that came up. I'd love to hear from you all, and I can't wait to see you next week.